And are you able to move me to the room that the combat is happening in?
You got her.
Thanks.
So you go up the straight way and don't have to roll. You're unless you're sprinting or something. But do you have enough movement to get up there?
Oh yeah, totally. I still have 25 feet of movement once I
Okay.
I just wanted to be able to see what I was doing.
Right.
Didn't realize it was over here.
You pounce up, and this scene is like, ugh, there's blood everywhere. You see that Ismark's on the ground, his legs, his heels are kicking and drumming, and Aethys is driven, slashing this crazy Doru guy.
More out of self-preservation than anything.
I had it prepared, so Alamouth runs up, and it looks like she just does 3 super vicious unarmed strikes in a row. But her first one, she's actually holding a cask of holy water, which is one of my items, in her hand. So she goes to try and smash this. I guess I can't reach his face against anywhere for my first attack, and then I'll follow that up with flurry of blows and see.
So roll to see if you hit it with the holy water.
24.
Oh, well. And then follow up. Oh, I see. Okay. So that does 5 points of holy damage, which it can't heal.
No, sorry, it hasn't rolled. Those are just my attack rolls. Oh, right. This one's set up weird. I don't know why it does it this way.
The one strike missed, but the second one did hit.
Yeah, sorry. Why is my sheet not rolling my damage?
Oh, I see. Your damage isn't macroing.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, right. I can click it up here. My apologies. I remember now how it's set up. So 15 radiant damage from the holy water.
Oh, nice.
All of that.
Oh, wow.
And sorry, did the 12 land?
No.
Okay. And then one of my strikes lands for 7, so half of that.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I forgot how powerful that monk is. That's awesome.
Yeah. Because one of my flurry of blows was a successful shot.
Stunning strike?
Yeah,
Stunning strike is its own different thing.
Completely berserk, though. It wouldn't even.
I thought stunning strike was just an addition.
Not stunning strike.
No, you have to declare it, spend the key point, then attack.
No,
stunning strike.
Yeah. Or you can knock him
blows.
down or something too, right? You can knock him prone and stuff like that.
That's what you can do with flurry of blows. Yeah, you can make a save.
It's part of my what do you call it?
Oh, and by the way, next round I'll ask everybody to say what they're going to do. I forgot to do that. That's sort of important.
Yeah, so that's not stunning strike. This is what I get to do as part of open hand technique. It doesn't cost me a bonus action, doesn't cost me key points. I can do one of several things when my flurry of blows land.
Well, let her rip.
Yeah, right on. Okay, so I'm going to make it take a strength saving throw, and if it fails, I can push it up to 15 feet back, and I'm trying to push it back into the
off of Ismark?
Yeah. Off of Ismark. If I can aim him towards the I can't think of the word for it.
Okay, it's at disadvantage.
The hole.
Because it was prone and its back was to you and everything, and it was feeding. It was just kind of blood frenzy. Wow. So it rolled a critical, and it just flies. You do a really wicked monk move. I don't know if you want to describe that, how you managed to maneuver some sort of jujitsu move or something. And the Doru goes flying against the wall and against the door, and you can see he's really hurt. His one arm is all gibbled up, and his shoulder is crunched up, and he's hissing at everybody now, spitting blood out. He's a bloody mess, and Ismark's groaning and rolling around, and the side of his neck is just kind of pulsing blood a bit, but he's awake now, sort of, and looking up in kind of fear. You don't have any more attacks, right? He's definitely.
Nope. Did
hurt.
I manage to toss it at least 5 feet away, more than 5 feet away?
Oh yeah. You hit him against the wall, probably about 10 feet. He sailed like you did a really good balance, weird kung fu move or something.
So then I'm kind of just make as much space as possible between me and it in this tiny room.
Okay, yeah. So I'll move him, and he actually goes flying against the wall over here. And Ismark was kind of like here on the floor. Now it's Vimtel. All the stuff's going on. Go.
Yeah, I just hear a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I
The monk darts by. He goes up
Yeah.
the hatch. You hear some stuff, and there's blood splatter sounds and screaming and hissing. You hear Doru screeching.
Yeah, I go up there. So I extend the stairs up to up out the hatch, and can you like move me there? I don't have no idea what's going on. I mean, I kind of have an idea, but I can't like visualize it. Yeah, all right.
Getting crowded in here now. You realize you're actually pretty well straddling Ismark. He's rolling to the side though. He's in the corner here. We'll move him right here. So we have to kind of put us in the right spots. So you're there. Doru's here, and where's Alamalv?
I'm straddling Ismark, protecting him.
Oh, right. Yeah. So let's put you in between there. Okay, so it's like that. And the unconscious father's in the corner, slumped behind the door. He's lurched and just snoring away through all this. Now, but you see Doru there, and he's crouched. He's looking at the door. He's looking around. You're not sure what he's going to do, but you pounce up through the hatch, I'm presuming. Vimtel, do you have heavy armor and stuff? What's your speed?
I do have heavy armor. My speed is 30, unless heavy armor reduces that, but I don't think it does.
Okay, to maneuver with heavy armor up through that trapdoor and stuff, you'll have to make a like an athletics check.
Okay.
To do it cleanly and
9/11. Awesome rolls.
okay, you manage to barely do it, but you're out of movement when you get through there.
Okay.
Basically. And not that you have to go any further.
I see this guy and I'm just like very upset, and I call on Zeus to smite him, and
Nice.
as I do, I point my warhammer at him and try to smash his face open with my the blasting bolt of guiding.
Oh wow.
So
an 18 is a hit. And wow, okay. Now you can describe. Did I lock up? No. Oh, I'm still there. Describe how you actually take Doru down.
All right. As I point my warhammer at him, lightning and like holy energy seems like comes down from the ceiling and just hits him right on the top of the head and just kind of courses through his body and just kind of like disintegrates him. And he falls into ash on the ground.
Wow. And it's
Nice.
and indeed his head explodes in this radiant energy, and it won't regenerate. Actually, that might not be true, but for now his head explodes and he just falls to his knees and then falls flat on his chest. And the room is just a gory mess at this point now.
As that happens, I try to go over to Ismark and need to heal his wounds, I guess.
Yeah, he took a pretty good hit there, but you see he's alive and everything, and he's sitting up now and he's kind of holding his neck. It's all bloody, but he's looking at you, and yeah, you can heal his wounds, of course. And the father's still snoring away. Everybody kind of looks in the room going, whoa, that was intense.
I'm not dead. I cough out a little bit of blood.
No one cares.
While everyone's doing that upstairs, I'm going to investigate this lower floor. I got a 27.
Roger.
Who said no one cares? I'm about to let the priest go and let them deal with it. Like our priest is still alive.
I wouldn't test your morals against Alamel's.
I don't have any.
A lot of dead NPCs.
Yeah. Well, there's everybody's tense moment, but you're going down below, and
Well, I never made it upstairs, so I kind of hear that the thing got smoted, and then I'm just like, okay, and
Okay.
Unfortunately, there's nothing down here but the smelly, disgusting bits of stuff and garbage and
I tie up Priesty McWacko pants.
okay, yeah, he's gonna be. Well, how long does that sleep work for?
A minute.
So he's gonna be waking up pretty quick. Ismark's standing up now and
About
bandaged.
40 more seconds, yeah. I bet I can time him that quick, though.
Yeah,
Let's move him so he doesn't wake up beside his dead son. Pull him.
No, I want him to see that.
No, I'm gonna pull him out of the doorway. You'd stop me if it really is.
Don't test my morals, eh?
Yes.
You lost way quick.
well, he's amoral. Yeah. So yeah, you got to play your character. I mean, yeah, if Alamel, if you're good, I guess you would pull the priest away or something. If you are you lawful at all?
Lawful neutral.
Oh, you're lawful neutral. Well, then it's up to you.
Chaotic Neutral.
Right.
Empathetic. She's not an evil character. She's empathetic. She thinks of that and she wants to move his body before he wakes up. Plus, she also wants information from him. And if he wakes up beside his son,
I give Alamov my rope then because I'm not going to move with the body. I am beat to hell. I am sitting down.
I've had it. So she takes the father outside. I'll move you out here. And you can go to one of the bedrooms. The father's bedroom was up here. And there's a bed you can put him in or whatever if you want. And he's kind of getting up and you'll have to calm him down a bit.
I'll tie him to the bed.
This is a pretty sad place, frankly, this whole church, as far as, I mean, treasure. I don't know if you guys already could tell there's not much here value whatsoever. This place is desperate and sad. And yeah,
I'm not just strictly looking for treasure. I'm looking for just information.
okay. And I'm just, yeah, there's nothing. No, this was just a sad tale. I really, and you guys, by the way, share 1,800 experience points
Woo.
for Doru. So split between the four of you.
How many?
1,800. That was a level 5 challenge creature.
So divided by 4, that's.
450.
I think I might
Yeah,
level up.
this is as far as I went last time, and we got fucked up by that guy.
Okay, Aethys, Doru's moving. And he's
I
kind of
guess.
twitching in his arms, and he's trying to stand. He's trying to stand up, and
Get him to the top.
and he's flailing around a bit with no head. But you can see there's a head growing, like there's skull, spine structure trying to come through the flesh, and there's
Oh, Dora's the bad
sinews.
thing, eh?
All right. Alamel comes back, and she's.
I just kick it back down
I
the
can't believe I
stairs.
didn't think of this.
The ranger's down there.
Get him down to the top him. Get him to the top.
So Oren would just say thump, thump, thump.
Okay,
If
so-
it's regrowing, I'm actually going to take my silver dagger and start cutting at it.
Okay, now let's roll initiative because it has everything it does is at disadvantage, but it's a headless vampire that's flailing around in this small room. This room's only about 10 by 15.
God damn it, I wasn't clicked. Oh,
All right, yeah, I totally forgot about. I should know that my girl is a monster hunter. That's what she does. We need to get it to his coffin. There was a coffin down there in the room, if I remember, and put a wooden stake in its heart. I have a few of them, so let's do that.
I have a few of them. Okay. What happened to my? What happened to the initiative counter?
I don't know.
That's odd. It just disappeared. Okay. Roll 20 might have pulled a funny on me. Very funny.
And we got 450 altogether.
Oh, here it is. Hold on.
If I don't die, I level up. If I do not die,
All right. So, Oren,
I die and level up.
you are still downstairs searching around, and you don't know what's going on.
No,
You're
I'm
completely out of the loop. And
No. Since then I've come upstairs. You said that his head exploded. I searched downstairs, and I came up here and I searched this room.
Oh, you came into there. Okay, so you're in this room. Okay, you can actually roll then a perception roll. I'll say at disadvantage because you're in the next room to see if you can act this round. Okay, so you're caught up in there.
And to be fair, before you said all of that, I had moved into this room. So, but just because I saw that that's where people were,
Oh, I
you may
see.
not have heard me.
Oh, sorry, I did not. I thought you were still down in the basement, actually.
No.
uh,
Fair enough. I mean, I can just be in this room.
yeah, I just got to be careful about a bit timing. That was my bad, I think. I'll have to be a bit more careful about because I'm still lingering. Like you were searching the basement, I was still looking there, and it's only been 2 rounds, right? But he regenerated 20 hits in 2 rounds. So now it's Doru's move, and he's flailing around, and he will attack. I'll roll the dice now. Alamal, if you happen to be out in the hallway a bit,
It
so it's
wouldn't.
either
It doesn't change my spot of where I'm at, but why is it using my old initiative? Like the 14 would be in the same spot, so I don't care. Just curious.
oh, I wonder why. Well, something
Oh, well.
happened there.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. Like I said, I'd be in the exact same spot.
Yeah, but it did disappear, and I hit the button and it came up again, and then it did change Doru's roll. His was 23 before,
Oh no.
but now it's 21. So he attacks, and I'll say odd. It's
I kicked him down the stairs, so he's going to take a couple of attacks of opportunities to get back up to me. Like you asked me what I did, and that's what I did.
oh yeah, right.
By the way, while it would have pushed him down the stairs, if I do an unarmed strike on someone, it does 0 damage because I have -1 strength.
Oh, I see. So kick him down the stairs. You'd have to make a athletics check or something because it is
He's
like
just a body,
yeah, but it's
a headless body. Fine.
maneuver him down the stairs.
There.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Safe down the stairs. Now
He
we're
is,
back
and
in
you hear him
initiative.
flailing around, and nobody was there, I suppose.
Oh, I thought Oren was.
I thought too, but so we're back where we started. It's
So the thing's flailing about.
okay. We'll have to be more careful. We'll have to
And God
declare what
made
we're
me
doing.
roll initiative, so we should probably do something.
Guys,
Well-
if the combat's not over, why are we still in initiative?
Okay, everyone declare. Let's start now. Like you hear Doru is active. Like he's slumping around on the stairs, and you see Aethys had just finished pushing him over, and he'd fallen in, and all of a sudden it's like his head's growing back at an alarming rate.
Oh man.
I thought that they don't regenerate if they're hit with radiant damage.
They don't get that hit. They don't get to regenerate that maximum. I thought it was. So I mean, he's taken. I think I got 38 radiant damage. He's taken, but he can still regenerate the rest of his hit points.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, Kat's right. I mean, you guys, there's only a couple ways to really kill a vampire.
All right. I go in. It's my turn. I try to drag it back to its coffin in the basement if it has one. I don't remember if there was one or not.
So you want to go down the trapdoor? It's now in the basement of the. Okay.
Yep.
And that's Vimtel?
Yep, that's me. That's me too.
So he's like, yeah. So you follow it. It's your turn. Oh, yeah. So you're right behind it. You can actually attack it, I suppose. It's on the stairs. It can't see or anything. It's flopping around, and its head hasn't quite formed enough yet. But it seems to smell blood. It turns toward you.
Yeah, I try to actually grapple it or like get it in a hole to try to start like taking it down farther into the basement.
Well, it has nostrils now, apparently. It's got a snub of a head. Bloop. No brain cavity yet. And these 2 snorkels and some teeth forming, and it's a gross looking thing. It's like right out of a friggin' 80s horror movie. So go ahead, roll your grapple. You have to make this versus its strength move, I guess. We'll have a roll off.
Strength. Great, I'm awesome. So strong.
Oh, and he's too slimy with blood and stuff. It's hard to grab a grip of him, and he flails at you, and he's gonna attack you when it's his turn. Right. I suppose. Alamalv, you see Vimtil jump down the trapdoor, and you hear scrap going on, and you were in the doorway, like, whoa.
Take 12 feet of my movement, and yeah, pop me through to the other room, please.
Right there. Now, these are only 5-foot wide passageways, so you see Vimtil's in your way. Unfortunately. I know you can go through him, but can you attack in the same space as him?
I can move through both of their space. I can move through his space and jump over the railing and then come up and attack him from behind if I have the movement for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, athletics check. Tricky maneuver. And
is it as a monk?
Well, to get by his body down the stairs, over the balcony, around the stairs.
13?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, let me check. 12. Okay, still within my movement and have 8 left. So I'll come up behind him, and I'm going to do the same as last time. But I'm going to save my holy water because we probably only have so much of that. And
okay, that's a hit. Hit.
That unarmed strike is going to attempt to push him down the stairs, like past me, since he can move through my space. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that with an unarmed strike. What kind of moves or whatnot. Basically, I'm just trying to get him farther away from Vimtil.
Well, unfortunately, he's in the wrong spot. He's in between you two.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure if I can, like, using a monk move, pull him past me, essentially. But I know because that would be a push or something, and I didn't declare a key point. So, did the 17 on the camera land? I guess I'll just do damage.
Yep.
All right, 18 damage. Half of that, so 9.
9. Right.
Oof. And yeah, that's it.
Hey, Doro gets hit hard and stumbles down. He's down like really low again. I mean, his head's still forming. He's a mess, like quite a mess. And so you're done. He appears to be sort of kind of dead, but right on the edge. And then Aethys, there's not much room, or I'm not sure what you can do.
I'll poke my head around, see that everything's kind of closed, look up to the sky in a small prayer, draw my dagger, and throw it at him.
How about you? Through the hatchway?
Mm-hmm. I'm not getting close to him. Fuck that.
Flail out. Okay, and the dagger hits him even half damage. He only had a couple hits, as it appears, and it was enough that it went in him, and he slumps back against the wall again, but he's still twitching and kind of rolling back and forth, and you can see
Stomp him into paste. Stomp him into paste. And as my bonus action, I will give another inspiration to Amalov. So there's 2 inspirations sitting out there to improve his paste stomping. Is Amalov a girl or a boy monk?
Female.
Female, sorry.
Alamalv is inspired!
Right. And now everyone declares it's the turn of the order. And Doru, you see, is regenerating, and he's even getting up, and his head's formed quite a bit. You now see one eyeball kind of doink looking out, and he has a few hit points again this round. So everyone just tell me what they want to do. Sorry.
I want to jump down there, and with the silver dagger that I have, I just want to start stabbing into him.
You're a big guy though. You can't go through Vimtil, can you? Like Alamalv was a halfling or something, so she could, right?
Well, I mean, what's the problem?
Vimtil's in the way
Where?
at the
All
top
I
of the
can see
stairs.
is
Oh, yeah, he's right there. Like this, there's a 5-foot landing at the bottom of the trapdoor, and then there's a steep staircase, brief, like short.
I
And
don't know what's happening at the bottom of the stairs.
yeah, so when you look in, you see Vimto there, and they're all fighting, and he's in your way. Unless you were like halfling or something, you could go through his space.
Since I'm at the top of the area, could I like jump into his space? Like jump over him onto here?
No,
No.
Vimto's in the way.
Could I just chuck my dagger at him and
Yeah.
then fire my crossbow?
Yeah. Now at disadvantage, shooting through. I should have made a disadvantage for Aethys as well, actually.
I still would have hit.
Okay,
18 was my lowest.
nice.
With the
Uh,
Is
advantage,
it
I would have had a
disadvantage
23.
because people are in the way?
Yeah, and you're shooting through a hatchway, and it's a low arch and stuff. It's a tricky shot. And you don't want to hit Vimtel. And they're moving around and fighting. I mean, it's not.
I do have the sharpshooter, which gets rid of cover and partial cover.
Oh, okay. No, I accept that then. Sharpshooter, you're specialist with the crossbow, not with the dagger though.
So that's with the dagger.
That's a hit, even disadvantage, and it's silver, so that's full damage, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so that hits him right in the one eyeball he had formed. It's twink, and he hits the wall again.
And then I'm going to just fire
Still
my
alive.
crossbow.
And that's a hit again, even
Wait,
with the.
brass? Why does it say brass?
Was
I don't
that
know
a
why it
silver
says
head?
brass.
Was it special head or anything, or silver?
I have no idea. It's been a while since I played this character, so
Gotcha. So what's your damage halved? With that?
2.
Gotcha. So that was a total of 6 damage. Actually, that you guys are just keeping him. Wait a minute, 10, 6. He still has 2 hit points.
Wi-Fi still working for you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hasn't lost Wi-Fi yet.
So now it's Doru, and this guy is just. You guys can't finish him off. He just keeps scrapping. He flails around and attacks. I'm going to roll the die here. Odd, it's Alamalv, and even, it's Vimtel.
Even. Damn it!
It's odd. So he just happens to turn and attack at disadvantage because he has no sight at the moment. And he's pretty messed up.
It.
But he's still tough, and he attacks at disadvantage with a claw attack. He's just lashing out because he doesn't have 2 jaws right now. And oh, it's a disadvantage though. What's your AC?
Oh, sorry, my sheet.
Is a 16 a hit?
Fuck me. Yeah, I'm a 15.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's 14 damage. He connects. And
Bring
the
it!
power. Yeah, he still has powers. Wham! You feel it. But the other one takes a piece of wall away. And it's Vimtel. You see this thing
If it
turn
makes you
on.
feel better, that would have nearly killed me via massive damage.
Ouch. Ouch. This bastard won't die. I'm just giving him 10 hit points every round. He just keeps regenerating at amazing speed.
But where
But
is
it's-
the coffin? Sorry, Dan. Where is the coffin in the room? In the original description, you said that he came out of a coffin.
No, he just curls up in a little depression in the basement,
Oh,
Good enough.
where's-
Close
which
enough.
is apparently works. It's his native soil, quote unquote, and acts as his coffin, sort of thing.
Okay.
Must. You didn't see one. So, ouch. And Vimtel, it's now your turn, and it's the same round, so we're still acting in this round.
All right. I'll get him after he slashed Alamo across the face or wherever. Like, Zeus, don't fail me again. And I cast another guiding bolt at him. Looks like I miss.
Oh, drat. And it fizzles.
Yeah, and after that, I kind of like jump over the side to make room for more people.
Okay, vault the balcony. Right.
Yeah.
And
you
move.
think I'm coming down there with you people? That's funny.
Alamalf, you just got a stinging backhand by Doru, who's now his head's forming again, and he has a couple hit points persistent. It's your turn.
Take this fucker down.
Miss, miss, miss.
Oh, it hurts.
Oh, wait, no, miss, miss, hit. So your third hit.
I will use my with the 15 hit for the I got a D6 for
So
it.
you have to declare stuff specialty if you're doing it before you roll.
You use the
part of
inspiration die before it's declared that you miss, but after you make the roll.
Wait, what? Oh, before the DM declares it. Oh, okay, I see. Well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's after you make your roll. Like, you don't have to declare the inspiration die at the beginning.
I see.
Are you okay with me using the inspiration die on that attack, Darren, or are you not?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Roll
So
that
it's four.
d6, yo.
Yeah, okay. All right, sweet. So my holy water hits, which is great.
Yeah, that would hit then because its AC is 15. So
13 radiant
My
damage.
phone's working. My computer's working. My
yeah.
phone's no longer working. Computer's fine. I'm streaming currently.
Good to know.
Now
Go for it. I'll just
this water splashes over Doru, and this holy steam comes up, and he gives out this last sharp screech as he just melts. Like every part that hits him melts, and his one arm falls off even because it's just this. You hit him really full on with this holy water.
Hey, really quick. My roommate may have to restart my internet, so I may be out for a couple minutes.
Yeah, he's down for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems for the moment it's okay. Now you see the trap door. Is anybody upstairs?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Aethys. The father's awake and he's by the doorway.
Well, he's tied up with rope.
I tied him to the bed.
Oh, that's right. Okay, good. Yeah. Well done. You're with Ismark. Ismark's now kind of with it now. He's fully conscious. And
I just got like my pinky finger in one of his neck holes to try and keep it from going the rest of the way.
Nice.
Just like, if you die, it's gonna be, I guess, irritating for me.
Right. No, he's okay. He took some damage. He's a pretty tough fighter, actually. But Doru's down. He seems for a bit. What do you guys want to do? But his legs are twitching and stuff. And he is regenerating.
Let's take him to is
Yeah.
I guess closest to his coffin and put a stake in his heart.
Yeah. You find a spot where he sort of had his personal depression way off in the far corner. And you drag his body over there, and it's not pretty. And he's sort of flailing around. He regenerates quick, and you can tell you have to move fast. And so make an athletics check to get him over there quickly.
Me, it wouldn't be me doing that. I'm like 2.5 feet tall.
Oh, right. Okay.
If I see the creature moving, I could do something, but I don't.
Like I said, it's not pretty. It's a bloody mess. You drag him over there, kind of kicking and screaming, and put him in this hollow. Does anyone have a wooden stake?
I have 3 of them.
Okay, that was the next one. So you guys put this poor Doru out of his misery, I'm assuming, and hold him down, and damn it, hold him still, and manage to get the death blow. And it's as soon as you puncture his chest cavity with this wooden stake and drive it into what have been his remains of his heart, he starts to dissolve and turn to dust. And it's really weird, breaks away, and then before you know it, there's just a little pile of dust, fine dust on the floor. And Doru is dead, officially. Well done. You had a couple comebacks there. Holy cow, that was like a full 12-round boxing match. But you did get the 12th round knockout, I suppose.
12th round. We won. That's what matters.
There we go. And yeah, so 1800 XP for the party. Officially now.
Okay.
And the priest is tied up, and he's pretty insane. I don't know how. I'll let you guys decide what you want to do now. The basement is just, like I said, full of litter and garbage, nothing of value or no clues. It seems to be just its own sort of story. Gonna show you the ruthlessness of Strahd and the depressing.
I'm kind of in the opinion that we should put the priest in with his kid.
No.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, so I brought you guys back. Oh, I should get rid of Doru, actually. He is... Well done, you guys. Nobody got taken down. He was persistent.
Barely.
And I tried to play him like a sort of insane berserker vampire. He didn't really play smart or anything. He was just out for the most convenient blood or escape.
Oh, he's been down there starving for how long was it now?
A year. Yeah, full year. So he's dead. His dad is tied up, and you guys have the church, run of the church, and it's, like I said, it's a depressing place full of ruins and half-hearted attempts to barricade windows, and there's forced entry all over the place. This guy's been terrorized for years by Strahd's minions or evil forces. So Ismark shudders, and he's like, "Oh, what a tale! That's a sad tale, and he's shaking his head. But I'm afraid daylight is ticking away, and we do not want to be caught in the dark. If we want to reach Vallaki, or perhaps, as my sister recommended, we stop by the gypsy camp and talk to Madame Ava."
I'm not opposed to that. Aethys is pretty okay with gypsies at this point.
Experience was, an interesting experience last time.
Like he's less than happy with Strahd for charming him and then throwing a fireball at him, but he's okay with the gypsies. Like he didn't really care about those jewels. He probably stole them himself.
Anybody want to do anything else at the church or the cemetery while we're here? The plan is to go back to Irina's place and gather her and move on to Vallaki.
Is anyone capable of healing? Because I'm pretty sure a stiff wind would kill me right now.
Right.
Orin is going to point at you.
What?
I'll heal good old Aethys over there. Maybe not good old, but
not even old.
Just old, steady, old. Yeah.
Aethys wants to sleep so he can get his extra 2 points of charisma.
Give him that healing touch.
Okay, go ahead. You guys,
woo!
Yeah, get a few hits back.
I can now take one shot from a longsword.
Nice.
Yeah, the dagger threshold's been passed. You're out of the.
I was at a hefty unarmed strike from somebody who wasn't a monk. Like 2 strength. Somebody with 2 mod in strength could do it at that point.
Oh, in my 1E game, they got attacked by ravens, and this raven plucked an eye out of one of the characters.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I mean, they do 1-hit damage if they hit you, but they have a 10% chance of plucking your eye out.
Wow. Rough.
And I rolled, and I was like, oh, he just plucked your eye out.
Oh, by the way, that game tomorrow, the first E one, I might be able to make that. 4:30, you said?
Okay, let me know. It's going to be pretty full if you play, but I'm okay with that if you want to join us because it's going to be a tough one. I think a couple characters might get whacked. Well,
yeah, I'll keep you updated because I think my other game on Sunday should end around 4 my time, which would be like 3 your time.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, nice to have you on board. It's going to be, like I said, a full crew. I like to usually have about 4 players, but this one has 5 right now if they all show. I know 3 at least for sure are going to show. They're really solid. But anyway, this church is just a depressing place. You're not sure what you do with the father, Donovich, and Ismark is he's talking. You're all kind of talking about this. You leave this one room; it's a bloody mess. You don't want to stay in this room, the trapdoor. So you go to his office, and he has some surprisingly good wine in there. And you guys, it's not a big. I don't know where you guys want to talk and huddle or whatever, but you guys discuss your plans. And Ismark is like, well. He reminds you that about the daylight, and it's gonna. Yeah, we have a lot of time to get to the village, but if we want to go to the gypsy place and there, we have to get moving pretty soon.
Aethys, during this short rest of sorts, if it is a short rest, will sit in the corner playing his music, the Song of Rest. So anybody who uses
for an hour, you guys,
anyone who uses hit die would add another d6 to what they roll.
So you guys are going to take a short break, like an hour?
Yeah, if we take a short break.
Okay. So it's about 8:30 in the morning, because the light doesn't get out till about 8 o'clock in the morning in this world. It's sad. And so you guys got out a bit early, and you got to the church at about 8 o'clock, and now it's about 9. So if you rest, it'll be 10 o'clock. It takes 2 hours to get to the gypsy camp you mentioned, and then another 4 at least to get to Vallaki, and so that's no, you'll still have some time. It'll be dark at probably around 6 o'clock at night. It gets dark.
I think we should chain back the trapdoor to make it look like it's still there. Untie the priest, and maybe we should take a short rest. But other than that, I think we should get going.
Well, the priest is kind of murmuring and stuff, and he's saying, "What's going on? You must, please, you must untie me. What is this? What has happened? Why is it so quiet? I don't hear screams." And Ismark gives a bit of a shudder.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Alamov just looked him dead in the eye and said, "Mercy, mercy is what happened."
I wanted to put you in the coffin with your kid. No.
And what is your alignment, Alamalv?
Lawful neutral. Follows her own tenets.
Yeah. Okay. There's one thing I have to quickly look up. Are we taking an hour break, by the way, with the party? The rest,
That's
right?
An hour would be a short rest, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I might take a 5-minute bio here real quick, and I have to look up something, Kat, that makes something interesting.
Yeah, so I'm going to play that song and expend some hit die.
Yeah, no, like spend a hit die or two.
Where did I put that?
I think I'll just spend one and then the song. And everybody gets an extra 2 on top of whatever they spend for hit die if they spend hit die.
An extra 2?
Uh-huh, because of my Song of Rest.
Ooh.
I just got to play my lute. And that actually puts me at full exactly. Cool.
Love when that works out.
How much health do you have?
17.
Oh, I have nearly double your health. Jesus.
You're a fighter. That's kind of how it works. I have 2 con, which isn't bad. That's pretty good for a mage, actually.
Okay, Kat, I need you to make a wisdom save.
I also don't roll health points. I just take the average.
For Alamalf? You're following through with that plan, right?
Oops, sorry, I got that one. Yep.
So it's the first roll, right?
I actually noticed I had Dex and Strength as my saving throws for some reason, but I can take the first roll, just add 2 to it, so it's 10, not 8.
Okay, so now you guys noticed Alamalv left for a while and came back and just assumed sort of carrying on and sitting down and meditating and carrying on their own thing. But there's silence now from the bedroom where Father Donovich was. He's no longer complaining or making demands or ranting or anything. And the rest of you are kind of found your own little spots around the church. Do you want to do anything else? Oren, when you're the ranger, right? So you were kind of checking around. Are you guys? Is anybody on watch or anything?
Orin would be.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking. So you go around, and when you check on Father Donovich, you find that he's dead.
Can I examine the body?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do that. Where's investigation?
It appears that he had somehow. There's no real violent arc acts. There seems to be some bit of a struggle, perhaps, and he appears to have been rendered unconscious or suffocated or something like that.
So he seems to be suffocated. Could I do a medicine as a follow-up to see like if it's something lodged in his throat or if it's like external, maybe?
Sure. Yep. Okay, it's just it's hard to tell, but it's you kind of realize, even with the investigation roll now, you realize that Alamalv was the last person in here, and with a sinking sensation, you might have suspect that she had something to do with that.
What?
So I don't see any signs of like choking or rope or anything. It's just
No, it's quite odd. There's a bit of a sign of a bit of a struggle. That's what kind of got, your 18 roll was pretty good. You're like, yeah, he didn't just slip into a coma and die. You think there was a bit of a struggle, and yeah, and
Orin will remember this. But for the moment, he says nothing. And then just sort of, if he sees Alamo, just I'm going to give... Are you a girl or a guy? I don't actually know. It's been a while since we played. Female? All right, I'm going to give her a kind of once-over with insight. See if she's acting suspicious.
Well, hot damn.
My character does two things well: investigation and insight.
she's a monk, and Alamalv, you notice Orin come out, and he went to the bedroom, and he was in there for a while, and that was about a little bit after you came out, and he had noticed that you had come out of there. You were the last person to see the father.
He walks over to Orin with a sweet smile on her face and says, "Sounds rather quiet. I guess he finally got some rest. What a mercy. The man must be tired."
If only he came across it willingly. Orin says as he walks past.
I'm just glad he's dead.
Yeah. Aethys.
That bastard tried to club me with a candlebra.
That's right. He
Candelabra.
did, didn't he?
Not my favorite way to come up the stairs.
It's this murder by the priest. Is that a clue game where you're in the with the candelabra in the study?
It was the purple priest with the.
That's right. Yeah. That's perfect. So there's some tension in the party now. All of a sudden, this place has an effect on people. Apparently, this land, and you're starting to get to know each other perhaps a little better. And an hour goes by, and you guys regain whatever you gain and recuperate a little bit. And Ismark has recuperated himself somewhat, but he's really eager to get going. And he's like, you don't want to be at nighttime out there unless you absolutely have to. And especially outside the village, is people don't even go in the village at night. Rare, not much. I sneak back to the bar in my place, and that's about it.
This is where I'll have to cut off.
Oh, well done. That's Mikkel.
Yeah, because like we said, I'd have to leave early for the other one.
No, and I'm glad you could make it for the combat and stuff, and we're gonna try get a couple more hours in anyway, at least, or whatever. Maybe we'll see how it goes.
Let me know if I survive till resting, because
Oh,
whole night's sleep. Because if I do, I'll level up my character.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And you guys have done well. I mean, everything's going well. I'm interested by the inter-party strife and stuff now. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, the hour goes by, and I'm going to take a short bio. I'll be back in 4 or 5 minutes. Okay? All right.
Y'all have a good one. It was fun.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks for making the start there.
I wish I could make it for the whole thing. Hopefully, like I said, this other game should be nearing its end.
Yeah, hopefully we'll find a dedicated day that we all can, a little easier for those of us who've been flipping their schedules.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Hello. Anybody here?
I'm here.
Oh. Hey, Joe. Glad you're here, Joe. You're a solid player and very reliable and stuff. So I appreciate that. I was a bit cranky on, was it yesterday? I was sending out as like, yeah. It's just when people put maybe, it's always like, well, that's probably no, but it's like. But anyway, it's the internet, so you can't let it get to you because it is what it is, right?
Mhm.
But anyway, yeah, Oren, by the way, of course, I'm not going to say it anymore, but there's some suspicious stuff going on. You strongly suspect foul play.
I think I already kind of caught on to some
Yep.
of the characters doing some of that stuff last time.
Yeah, that's a bit of a tricky party, and I'm going with it. I'm playing alignments though. I'm kind of pushing alignments, and there's some consequences I was going to talk to the party about. I looked up. There's come on, cat. There's a chapter in the Strahd module, or not chapter, but it talks about the overall influence in if characters make certain decisions, they will be influenced by the general evil, chaotic nature of this realm.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget what it's called here. It's called.
Back.
Hello, hello.
Back.
Hello, everybody. Okay.
And now there are 3.
Oh yeah.
Is Vimtail, he's got to be. It's lawful good.
Yeah, I'm lawful good. I'm lawful good.
Yeah, he's solid. And Oren is neutral good? Or
Yeah, I think he's neutral good.
yeah. And not that you have to share alignments, whatever, but Kat's character appears to be very strict, no nonsense type. I'm sort of. Doesn't take sides. Well,
I'm
sort of.
on nobody's side because nobody's on my side.
Nice.
Name that quote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Treebeard.
Okay.
It's so Treebeard, yep. So Aethys is still here, but he's going to be like a default bard character, his typical sort of amoral self. And you guys meet again after an hour. You've done all your separate things. We had this little sort of incident happen or whatever, and we'll let it go for now. You guys are still in survival mode and sort of stuck together. I guess you could say your bonds have been challenged a little bit lately or whatever. And the fact that Aethys was charmed and under apparently a agent for Strahd for a while didn't help matters. Now Ismark says, "So, shall we go back and get Irina now to the village?"
To the village.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to go back to kind of theater of mind, and I'll have the village map up, convenience sake. And we are over here. And how can you guys see? Let's have a quick look. Okay, so we're outside the church, right? You guys can see that?
Yeah.
All right. One moment. So Ismark kind of takes the lead. And you guys are all talking together and stuff, and discussing your plans. And the village is awakened now. And you see a few people here and there, not many though. It's still a depressing place. And there's a few chimneys with smoke going. And you guys come to this intersection and head down past the tavern where you guys were having your spot. You see a couple more people around, and then you do see a figure which does catch your eye over here. And it appears to be this old crone who's kind of hunched back and moving along the side of the trail, and she's pushing a small cart in front of her. And even from here, actually, you get a wonderful smell, really nice smell, and boy, it smells delicious. And you kind of want to go see what's going on. But anyway, she's moving this cart, and it appears to have pastries on it, and they're making the smell. She's minding her own business, and she goes up to this large house And I don't know if you guys can keep going now, or if you want, or if I don't know if your curiosity is piqued or whatever.
Pies. Pa. Yeah.
Orin will follow at a distance, kind of where the group's going.
Yeah, normally you're heading down the street toward Ismark and Irina's house, which is that.
Insight 18.
So Almalv is watching, and she notices that the old lady had stopped with her cart and walked up to the house and rung the bell, and the door had opened, and there was a woman answered the door, and they started talking and haggling, and there's a small child that's brought out by the father, and they're probably they're a young couple, and they're dressed like everybody is in this place, sort of dark and sort of weird Eastern European garb, and they kind of argue for a moment, and the old lady is gestures and there's pointing, and the rest of the party kind of stops and is watching Alamov, and they're watching it now. It's quite a ways away, and then she gives the pie to the woman, and she reaches out quickly with her hand and grabs the boy and jerks him toward her, and they let go of him, the boy, and then she has this sack, and then she pops the boy into the sack.
What is going on?
And closes it off, and then she kind of nods her head at the couple, and they both have the pie, and they just turn and slowly just kind of turn and close the door and walk into the house. And this lady, she just carries this sack, and she hits it a couple times with her hand because it's squirming a bit, and she gets back to her cart, and she opens up this cupboard underneath the cart, and she throws the sack in, poof, bang, into the bottom of the cart, and the door closes.
No. What is this? None of this. Did they just trade a baby for a pie?
If you proceed to like go after the lady, Orin will put his hand on his shoulder and shake his head, and then put a finger to his lips and follow after her, but kind of stealthy.
Okay, I'll be quiet then. Try to catch up. Walk relatively fast, but quietly, I guess.
So I'm going to move the party. I'm going to theater mind, though. You guys aren't in the middle of the road then. You're actually being stealthy. Now it's daylight. There are some people behind you this way. You did notice some people just walking down the road or doing whatever. You don't see any people at this part of town at the moment where in this area. It's pretty quiet and there's nobody around, except for that couple that just answered their door and apparently traded a pie for their kid. But so you guys move down this roadway. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. We're gonna follow her.
Now, she got her cart pushed down the street and was moving away. It was about 130 feet, and you guys get to the corner quickly, and you can see that she's already reached the end. She's moving quick. She seems to, and she's looking over her shoulder. You guys can catch up to her if you'd like. She moved, and then she gets to another house actually and stops, and stops her cart and grabs 2 pies from the tray, and she goes up to the front door of this house. And you guys, you want to get closer?
Orin will be keeping his distance and then just making sure, trying to find out where she's going with all these children.
Okay, so you can see from here just roughly what she's doing. She goes up to the door. This time she has 2 pies, and this house is a bit of a nicer house. You must say it's relatively better upkeep and whatnot. And the door is answered, and there's this couple, another couple there, and they're middle-aged, and one's got a pipe, and the older man's got a pipe in his hand, and the woman, and she's rubbing her hands together like this, and she reaches into her pouch and she pulls out a bunch of coins, and you see some silver and copper pieces as she pays for the pie. And this time it seems that this being takes the money and gives just the pies back, and then she nods her head and thanks them and goes back to her cart and starts pushing it away. They go back into the house with the pies.
I have no idea what's going on, but I don't like it at all.
And let me make a quick roll. You don't think she really noticed you. You guys were pretty careful, and you haven't gone further. But she looks over her shoulder once in a while. She's pretty cautious, but she moves pretty quick. You see her feet scurry along. It's a pretty big cart, and she's pushing it pretty easily. And she gets to the corner, and she's going to go out of sight soon, to the left.
Orin will pick up his pace to make sure that she's still in sight.
Okay, you get to the corner just as she gets to this corner, and she goes around the corner left. Quick.
Orin is going to split off and head this way.
I'll follow.
So he's going to dip through this alley and then just head this way.
Right. And so you guys kind of follow along behind him? Or do you guys, some of you want to go down the main? If anybody wants to do anything in particular, let me know. I'm assuming you're going to he'll take point and you'll be with him.
Yeah.
Okay. So you reach up and now you see she stopped at another house. And same thing, she stopped her cart and she grabbed a couple pies and she goes up to the main door and make a wisdom roll, please, Orin. Check.
Wisdom
or
check?
Save.
Save. Oh,
10.
The aroma hits you in this alleyway, and it's so good. It's just so good. It's the best smell you've smelt out of a bake shop, and it really puts you at ease. And you walk out. You find yourself walking forward into the balcony, and you find yourself really, really wanting to try one of these pies. You're like, wow, those are freaking good. And you start walking forward. Now, the rest of you sort of see Orin move up a bit quicker, and he moves away from the shadows, and he's not, uh-oh, what's he doing? And he heads through the alleyway toward the main one.
If I have the opportunity to interfere, I'll grab him. Stop him. What the fuck are you doing?
You want to grapple him? Or
just grab him. Like, grab the back of his shirt.
Right. Okay, persuasion roll.
I can't grapple him.
Yeah, okay. You can do persuasion. What do you say? You're not quite sure. I'd like actually
grab the back of him and say, stop. And do I notice, does his behavior seem like unusual beyond the fact that he's like, do I have the opportunity to piece two and two together at all?
He shrugs you off. And you smell it now too, and you have to make a wisdom save.
18, do I pass?
Yes, you do. And you smell it, and you're like, "Oh, that smells good." And then you see a bit of a weird grin on his face, and he's like, "Oh, nice." And he walks out into the main road. Anybody else? You're watching this, and it's puzzling. You're like, "What?" And he walks in the main road, and she just finished selling these pies, and you notice that she did not take another child, and she took money. And she goes back to the cart just as you come into the room, and she sees you, Orin. And you can make another wisdom save now, Orin.
All right. It should be +3. I don't know why it's not adding it. Oh, I was clicking the wrong thing.
Okay, so you sort of snap out of it, and you realize you're in the middle of the road, and she's walking up to her cart now. Now you get a look at her, and I can actually show you a handout. You've probably seen this one before. I'll just share my screen. That's probably quicker. Shit. Okay. You see, that's what looks at you as she gets to her cart. You guys can see that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She looks over and, oh, a pretty one. Aren't you pretty one? Would you like some pastries? And she looks at you. and you have to take you have to make a wisdom save again when she looks at you.
All right. Upon seeing her this time, Orin is going to kind of reach down, take a bit of mud off the ground, and kind of put it in his nose so that he doesn't smell anything.
Ah, this one gold piece. They're delicious. Delicious. I've got all different flavors. What do you prefer? Hot pies, cold pies, fruit pies? Ah, chicken pie. And the rest
Actually,
of
yes,
you-
I would
Let
like
me-
a pie.
Let me take a look at your wares.
But yeah, I was just gonna say, everyone declare what they're gonna do now, because she's not attacking you. But she has the cart, and she maneuvers the cart a bit. But she seems a bit wary now that there's one or two of you at least, and you're strangers obviously, and she hasn't seen you before. But
Orin is going to move on the front of the cart, kind of like glancing at the cart and the various pies. So, where do you get the ingredients for these pies, and what kind of pies do you make?
Oh, like I said, it's all seasonal, and the berries, and it's whatever happens to be around, and we have secret ingredients too, of course. We can't divulge those are our secrets. Me and my sisters.
Could I do an insight check?
Just for generally? Yes, of course.
Just to get her demeanor.
There's like the coldest look in her eye when she looks at you. It's like she just wants to eat you alive. But she has this fake smile on, of course, and you see now that she's more than she seems, which you probably suspected. But now as a character, you realize that she has a hunger in her eyes and whatnot too. And then she snaps out of it, and she just looks like this really old crone with yellow teeth and big white bloodshot eyes and frail.
As soon as Alamal gets a move, she's going to dart forward real quick and pull open the side of her cart where she originally saw her put the boy in the sack. Whenever I get my move.
If Orin sees that Alamal is on the move, he's going to grip the front of the cart.
Okay, so Alamal's going to move towards the cart quickly and try to wrench open the door. Okay, we'll have to roll initiative then. Let me clear the table. And I shall find her quickly. One moment.
Oh, right. We only have the party token.
The party.
One moment. I have to just find the stats for her quickly. There she is. All right. Initiative. Okay, so the party, you guys have first move, and you kind of got a bit surprised. So, Alamal, you're going to move forward and open the wrench. That's the first move. Anyone else going to do anything that would be before that? Have a missile or something? Or I don't know. Are you attacking her, or are you just moving to open this door?
Oh, I'm knocking
I'm
her
just
over.
opening the door. I don't know about anyone else.
I'm gonna intervene and like try to get myself between Alamov and the crone while she goes for the door.
Do you attack her?
No, I'm just like trying to intervene, like put myself in between there, like so she can't stop.
So you're not attacking her or anything. Then you're moving in between. She's stepping backward as you do that. Anyone do anything that could?
Orin would quickly grab out his crossbow if he sees her move and says, "I'd rather not move if I were you."
She hisses at you. What is this? Robbery! Robbery in the streets? I'm an old lady. What is it? Just as Alamelv reaches the cart and bends down and opens this wooden cart and sees a couple sacks in there.
We're just checking your secret ingredients.
What are you talking about? No. And she's looking curiously. That's my property. It's my property.
Can I clearly see that they're children in sacks?
Yes.
No more question of that. Alamal's face just turns completely white and in full-on disgust as she grimaces and says, "Don't let her say a single word more. Stop this witch."
Children are not property.
And then whenever it's appropriate, Alamel's next move will be to attack her.
Right? So that was your move doing that. And anyone else have anything they're going to do? So Alamelv is going into attack mode.
Orin will be keeping watch around specifically, but he's going to keep the crossbow trained on her.
No, stop. Okay. She backpedals a couple more feet. Ah, you warriors. Ah, tough. Ah, little one, tough. I tell you, you pay for them. They owe me money. They can't afford it. They can't afford my pies. So I just take their children for a while. They come work for me, and then I bring them back, and they're happy again.
What's in your pies, lady?
Just what are you talking about? It's try one. You'll see. Try one. I tell you. Yeah. And she points. See, these are fresh.
I smash it with my warhammer. She points at her pie.
Ah.
I don't believe you.
She hisses again. I warn you. You pay me for them. You pay me for my cart, or I'll curse you. And this chill goes through all of you.
She says, "Curse." I take a step closer and say, "Back off. Go back from whence you came. And never return here with your pies."
Could I do an insight check to see if she's human?
Yes, and I'd like you to roll would it be persuasion or would it be more...
I'm intimidating her.
Intimidate, yeah. So go ahead on that.
I rolled 20. Sorry.
Go for it.
I rolled 20 for insight using the specialized insight you created for Alanel to see if she's human or spirit or if I get any more info here.
Oh, this is a supernatural creature. You sense there's no sense of anything coming from the crone.
Fuck. The spirits tell me anything with a 24 insight?
There's... Yes, you can sense life, or one of these figures in the sacks has a soul. And the other one seems to have vacant, nothing there, but there's somebody squirming there, but it's really weird.
Oh no, soul pies. Oh.
Now she's crouching now, and she's quite ready, but she's like, she's hissing at you guys. Look, what do you want? What do you want? I tell you what, I know things you like to know. You're strangers. I know things.
What do you know? What do you want to tell us?
You pay for the children?
Alamelv, unless no one interrupts her or wants to do otherwise, would respond with just simply like her response to this is visceral, is extraordinary. Her face is twisted. She's sickened, essentially. She says, her words are poison. Don't let her speak a second more, and she will go to attack her. It's just a terrible idea, but it's what she's going to do if no one interferes.
I'm all for this.
Anyone gonna stop or try to stop Alamelv?
No.
All right, so we have to do initiative again. I'm going to just erase it quickly.
Sorry, I'm not trying to stop other people's opportunity to converse. That's why I always say at the beginning, that's just she.
Yeah, it's straight up roll at this point. Because she was ready and whatnot. Unless, you were back in that? Okay. So you guys go first. Unless you have some spells go first or missiles.
You're thinking of master.
My thing cut out for a minute. Are we attacking?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, Horn's gonna attack with his
She
crossbow that
suggested
he had trained.
Alamal's lost her shit over that.
Okay, give me one moment. Okay, interesting. Just had to follow up on what happens here. Anybody have any spells or missiles?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
You can see that she is casting a spell.
Does a 13 hit?
Negative. And you're wondering why, because it just looks like some frail old lady, but your arrow just kind of goes doing.
Can I give him? I have an inspiration. Can I give it to him?
For the
For one of his shots.
right. Which shot?
First shot.
The one that's the first one. The one that gives him
Right. Okay, so that will hit.
19 damage.
Is it magical or silver?
Silver.
There's silver?
Well, silver arrow. I had a couple of those last time. At least my sheet said so. No, wait,
Okay.
that's silver dagger. Sorry, non-magical.
Okay, so half damage?
Mhm.
All right. So that's we'll say 9 damage then.
I'm not making a missile attack, but I'm making a ranged attack.
What do you mean?
I'll be throwing one of my holy water flasks at her. See if that does anything.
Oh, I see. That's a missile. Go ahead, roll to hit.
18?
That is a hit.
Phew. Let's see if it does anything. 12 radiant damage? Or is she just wet?
No, it doesn't do radiant damage.
But so, for the record, so you know, just because you mentioned silver earlier, holy water is imbued with silver, so any creature that would be damaged by silver should take damage from it.
Oh, okay. So I was just looking here and it didn't have. Okay, then that would do 12 damage to her.
That's a good sign.
Yes. She is not impressed about that, and she now casts her spell. Oh no, wait. Who's next?
Still have a. Well, if that's my attack turn, I'd follow that up with my flurry of blows with my melee attacks. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were asking for just the missile attacks or what.
Yeah, I guess you guys have first move, so technically you can attack her. Now, would she be able to cast her spell before you came within range?
We have so however you want to call that. I'm not sure.